Hi everyone, and welcome to Wrestling Grade, where we review and grade each match and segment from Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, and pay-per-views. This episode, June 4th, Monday Night Raw. Before we get started, be sure to like this video, leave a comment, and for more Wrestling Grade, subscribe. Alright, let's get started and talk about Monday Night Raw. Raw tonight was live from Houston, Texas, and opened with an Elias concert. Elias vowed to become the Intercontinental Champion, so I guess that his match against Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank for the IC title is official. During Elias' concert, he did get lots of heat. He is, as usual, great with the crowd. Eventually, Rollins interrupted. He got a steel chair, and he got into the ring. But before Rollins could finish the job, Jinder Mahal attacked him, and together they both beat down on Rollins. Eventually, Roman came out for the save, which ran Elias and Jinder off. And of course, Kurt Angle came out and books an impromptu tag match between Rollins and Reigns versus Jinder and Elias. Are they capable of booking the beginning of Raw in any other way than having a general manager come out there and book an impromptu match? Elias's promo was really great. I like that they're building a feud between him and Rollins, but once again, they open Raw in this way, and I just don't understand why they can't come up with a different way to open this show. Grade D-. After a commercial break, we got the Rollins and Reigns versus Jinder and Elias impromptu match. This match was fine. They did a good job going back and forth with each team having the upper hand. Otherwise, there was nothing really notable about it. In the end, they played up Rollins' neck injury from being attacked last week. Sunil Singh got involved in the match. Rollins chased him into the ring with a steel chair, but he got caught in a DDT from Elias on the chair. Elias picked up the pin, giving him and Jinder the win. This did its job. It built anticipation for Money in the Bank, more so for the Elias-Rollins match than the Reigns and Jinder match. But there was nothing at stake here. It didn't matter who won. It was hard to care about this match. Plus, it was too long, and it did get boring after a while. Grade D+. Next, we got an in-ring segment with Curt Hawkins, who is in the ring telling the crowd that he has 99 losses in a row, and he guarantees that there won't be a 200. And when he wins his match tonight, everyone in the arena will get a free taco. Curt Hawkins actually introduces his opponent, James Harden, who is a local wrestler from Houston, and the match begins. Hawkins mostly has the upper hand here. Then, out of nowhere, Baron Corbin comes down. He hits Harden with an end of days, causing a DQ, giving Hawkins his 200th loss in a row. Hawkins tried to attack Corbin afterwards, but Corbin slaps him in the face with a taco, then tips the taco table onto Hawkins. I'm giving this a chance. It was fine, I guess. It's good to see Corbin doing something, so I'm just going to give it an average grade of C. After the commercial, we got a backstage segment with Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle. Corbin tells Angle that he feels he's been looked over, and he went to go see Stephanie McMahon about it, who apparently has now appointed Corbin as the new constable of Raw. I guess acting as her eyes and ears. I guess that's how this is going to work. So I don't know where this is going. Again, I'm just going to give it a shot, and it's good to see Corbin is doing something. I'm just hoping that this leads to better things for him. So we're just going to leave it at a grade of C. Next, we got a non-title match between Nia and Natalya, with RHONDA back at the commentary table. This time, RHONDA was pretty monotone on commentary. I really wish she was more aggressive with heavy intention to become the Raw Women's Champion, but I guess this was better than her smiling ear to ear like last week. The match was slow, mostly Nia dominating with her size and strength, and Natalya struggling to maintain offense. Out of nowhere, Natalya tweaks her knee, Nia hits her with a Samoa drop for the pin and the win. After the match, RHONDA goes to the ring to check on Natalya. Nia also goes to check on her. RHONDA gets in her face, tells her to leave. RHONDA helps Natalya leave the ring, and that's it. This was incredibly underwhelming. This did nothing to build towards their upcoming women's title match. Why didn't Nia do something? Why didn't they Why didn't they engage? I mean, Ronda was the one that was in the wrong here. She got in Nia's face, who was just checking on Natalya. If anything, this made me less interested in their upcoming match. Grade F. Next, we got the match between Braun Strowman and Bobby Roode. In this match, Roode maintained his distance from Braun. He, at one point, set up a ladder. Braun chased him around the ring. Roode used the ladder as like a barrier to block Braun from getting to him. Braun raised his arms and just broke the ladder. Braun threw Bobby Roode in the ring, hit him with a running power slam, and got the win. This maintained Braun's dominance. It did somewhat pique my interest to see Braun in a Money in the Bank ladder match. It'll be interesting to see how dominant he's going to be and how he's going to be taken out if he doesn't win, which I'm not expecting him to. I'm expecting a big spot with him at Money in the Bank, and this match did get me excited for that, so I give this a grade of C+. Next, we got a backstage interview with Kevin Owens, who mocked Finn Balor, which I guess was to hype the main event for later in the night. Owens said he will win Money in the Bank, and he will beat Finn Balor later tonight. As usual, Owens showed good intensity. He's good on the mic. Overall, this was okay. It was really just kind of a little bit better than most backstage interviews. Grade C+. Next, we got a backstage segment with Natalya, RHONDA, and NIA. Natalya was icing her knee. RHONDA helped her with her crutches. NIA comes up and apologizes to Natalya. RHONDA tells her to get lost. They bicker back and forth. Natalya tells them to stop and says she needs some time alone. NIA and RHONDA watch Natalya walk away. The ending image here was really awkward. They were just staring. This was just bad. It was bad acting. Everything about this was bad. They're doing nothing to gain interest for the upcoming women's title match. In fact, they're taking interest away from it. Grade F-. Next, we got an over-the-top battle royal for the number one contendership for the Raw Tag Team titles at Money in the Bank. The teams were B Team, Titus Worldwide, Rhino and Slater, Ascension, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, Revival, and Breezango. The match got a rough start. The bell rang in anticipation for the ring announcer to say the rules, but the guys in the ring started fighting, and they were fighting while the rules were being read. I think this was an accident. Ziggler and McIntyre were standing on the apron just laughing, and the fighting just continued, so the match was basically underway. Dolph Ziggler was the first one eliminated. McIntyre was pissed, and he beat down everybody in the ring. Him and Ziggler leave. Then they go to commercial break. During the commercial, Titus Worldwide was eliminated, and then we come back, and this went so fast. The Ascension was eliminated, then Breezango was eliminated, then Revival, then Rhino and Slater. B Team picks up the win. They become the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles. This match was sloppy and poorly booked. Ziggler and McIntyre shouldn't have been in this match at all. It made them look weak because all of these teams are basically unimportant, unfeatured jobbers. It would have been better if they just weren't on Raw at all tonight. I would have much rather preferred that. The B Team easily could have won this match without hurting Ziggler and McIntyre's momentum. I don't know why they were there at all. And so I guess at Money in the Bank, we're going to get a tag title match between Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the B Team, and I just couldn't care less. Grade F. Next, Bobby Lashley came down to the ring. He cut a promo saying that Sami Zayn has been talking trash behind his back, and he dares Sami to come to the ring and say it to his face. Sami's music hits. Sami appears in the crowd, leading to him basically calling Bobby Lashley a liar and a fake. Once again, I gotta give it to Sami for cutting an intense, well-spoken, convincing heel promo, especially considering the material he was working with wasn't that good. I would put this on par, almost on par, with something that CM Punk would do. The biggest problem here is that Bobby Lashley is just so boring, but like I said, I have to give a lot of credit to Sami here. For the first time, thanks to his mic work, I actually have some interest in this match, and I never thought that would happen. I'm hoping Sami picks up the win at Money in the Bank. He certainly deserves it. He is the better superstar out of the two of them, though I think it's pretty unlikely that he's going to win. But if we, just put this one segment in a box. I was really surprised that Sammy was actually able to get me interested in this match. So I'm going to give it a grade of B-. Good job, Sammy. Next, we got a backstage interview with Jinder Mahal. Jinder calls Roman a jealous, bitter man. This promo cut to a backstage promo with Roman, where Roman says that Jinder has done nothing on Raw and he expects things handed to him. Jinder dares Roman to come say that to his face, and Roman says he's on his way. He finds Jinder and they have a backstage brawl that is eventually broken up by backstage staff. I mean, their promos were fine, but I really don't care about this feud or their upcoming match, and this didn't do anything to make me care. Grade D-. Next, we got a 6-woman tag team match. Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad. My first question was, why is this match happening at all? What do Bliss, Sasha, and Ember Moon have to gain by working together and beating the Riot Squad? They're all going to be fighting each other at Money in the Bank. In any case, Ember and Ruby Riott started off this match. They traded some impressive moves. Bliss tagged herself in and then quickly faked a knee injury and left the match, leaving Sasha and Ember to face the Riot Squad alone. Ember got beat down. She makes a hot tag to Sasha, who gets in a few good moves against everyone on the opposing team before being taken down by Liv Morgan. Sasha got beat down, and eventually Bayley comes to the ring, I guess to fill in for Alexa Bliss. Sasha gets a hot tag to her. The ref allows Bayley into this match. Bayley hits a Bayley to belly. The ref counts and gets the win. I don't know why any referee would allow such a thing to happen. They're just making up rules as they go along. There were some good spots in this match. Sasha and Ruby Riott, they really excelled here and showed that they are really excellent wrestlers. But overall, this match was just unnecessary filler and it did nothing. Grade D. Next, we got a backstage segment with the now Constable Corbin and Kurt Angle. Corbin suggests Angle tells Bayley, Sasha, and Ember that their win doesn't count, or he'll tell Stephanie about it. Angle walks off. After a commercial break, Sasha thanks Bayley for coming out to help. Ember tells them to hug out their problems. Before they can hug, Angle appears and tells them that the Riot Squad is actually the winner of the match by DQ because Bayley wasn't officially in the match, which is the right call here. And I think they want us to feel sorry for them, but those are the rules of the match. Bayley wasn't in it, and she got involved, so it would be a disqualification. This was just an awkward mess. It didn't do what it was intended to do. The Bayley-Sasha feud is constantly thin and weak. I mean, are they in a feud or not? Plus, all the acting here from all parties, Corbin, Angle, the women, all of their performances on screen were awful and not believable. Grade F. Next, we got the main event of the night, which is a match between Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. This was a slow match. There were lots of rest holds. There were some hard hits from Owens and a few high-flying spots from Balor. Eventually, the ref DQ'd Owens for not adhering to a rope break. Afterwards, Owen continues to attack Balor. He takes out a ladder. He climbs it, goes for a frog splash, but Balor gets up, pulls him down. Balor climbs the ladder himself and hits Owens with a coup de grace. He climbs the ladder, and Raw ends with Balor pulling down the Money in the Bank briefcase, symbolizing his win at the pay-per-view, which I think is pretty unlikely. The after-match spot was very cool, but as for the match itself, I certainly would expect more from these guys who are both fantastic wrestlers. Really not much of a main event here. Plus, once again, we get a match with nothing at stake and no purpose behind it. Grade D. Alright, so let's tally up the grades. Out of a possible 15, tonight's average is 3.9, giving them a final grade of D- for the show. This was a very bad Raw, but let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more Wrestling Grade. I'll be back tomorrow for SmackDown Live. Until then, take care.